Hello, my dear friend. Today we are April 1st, 2019. My SOS to the World Deadly Window refer to shocking news, earthquakes, and everything else. Obviously, you have witnesses already 4 earthquakes that took place. And today, sudden enough, rapper Nipsey Hussle dead after a shooting near his Los Angeles clothing store. Again, shocking, surprising, mind-boggling type of news as anticipated through the quatrain and the obvious keywords I'm offering to you, channeling Draco and using an Nostradamus 16th century divine astrology methodology. Keep an eye on all those news and my methodology by reading special George Norrie dr.turi's predictions on Coast to Coast AM. While this window is still unfolding, the next one will be April the 12th. However, looking at my calendar, it looks like if there is some energy as I look at the calendar, Draco is telling me be ready for dramatic news the next couple of days. Terrorism, police news, crazy people killing people, secrets coming to light, of course, Russia. Um, Remember, those windows are very, very, very strong and always used by the reptilians. Now, today's newsletter, it's kind of a little bit different. It's called Life After Death, of course, the afterlife, heaven, paradise, and hell. I wrote another very, very important letter, which is a newsletter, excuse me, which is again directly associated with this YouTube video. And as always, it is important for you to realize that some people are visual and some people are audible, meaning that some people assimilate information much better when they read it. And as far as I'm concerned, when I write, I'm much more precise in expressing myself because English is, while I've been here for 40 years, I'm still French. Either my accent can bother you, either my delivery can be bother you. So when you read, you should be able to assimilate the information much, much better. So this newsletter, it's very, very important because every one of us, sudden enough, has to experience what it means to lose a loved one, a friend. And as I mentioned in my newsletter, I lost my dad. I was 11 years old. And then I was a young man, 18, when I lost my 16-year-old brother, Vincent. Um, and then lately I lost my mother. And in between, I'm 69 years old. Obviously, I've lost a lot of people. And then when I channeled Draco about death and the heavens and what's afterwards, he just flowed on me. So I did my best to imprint and crystallize the high sphere of divine cosmic wisdom into words. So please take the time to read it, especially if you're hurting, because there's no way to avoid death. Life is a constant, endless process of changes. And every one of us, we have to go one day. We have to go back home, go back to God, go back to the unit. All is that, and that is all. And that means, of course, as you have been made in the image of God, you're going to go back to yourself. And you're going to bring back with you the information that are going to help you to increase your own tremendous repertoire of wisdom that each time you accumulate during one of your lives, whether it be in this world or in other worlds. In time and space, there is no time. There is no space. As I said in my other videos, you can always go back one way or the other one. Always remember that knob. You could turn that knob on the radio station all the way left to the past, forever, or all the way right to the future forever. And you are standing at a specific area because that's where you're at now. That's the level of consciousness you have to digest, master, and understand that as you have been made in the image of God, you create your reality. So you're learning to create your own reality, not only in this dense physical world, most importantly, in the other world. Now, excuse me, you're going to gather tremendous amounts of senses. The five limited human senses won't apply when you go. You're going to be able to almost immediately create your reality. And as explained to George on his radio show, and in my upcoming radio show tomorrow or after tomorrow, can't remember, the dates are in the newsletter. I got so many of those shows planned in the future. It is important for you to remember that you create your reality. Okay, so let's say, for example, you have been raised Christian. Comes the moment you die. Okay, chances are, who knows, maybe you create a cloud and a beautiful angel, white, magnificent, with wonderful wings, playing up for you as you're ascending into the heavens towards paradise. Then all of a sudden, you're going to have doubts. Say, well, but you know what? I remember I wasn't that really perfect. So I've seen so many times, maybe I don't deserve paradise. And then that's it. You're going to doubt. And that's enough. Because now you're going to change to a different process of thoughts. Remember, the future is the reincarnation of the thought on earth. It takes time to build on earth. Out there is immediate, is omnipresent, is right away. So this angel is going to take off because he just saw the devil. He just saw Satan coming. Okay? And then from that cloud, beautiful music, and the peaceful and wonderful nirvanic stage, you're going to be brought down to hell. It's dark, but you still can see because the flames. And then the devil comes to you with his big fork and he stuck this in your entrails. And you suffer hell and you scream, and the pain is real because you created it. You remember what pain is from earth. Okay? And you're going to die. And then other entities that you have seen on books. If you're religious, you've seen a lot of devil pictures or whatever it is. And then those are going to come out of the fire, out of the darkness, and harass you. And then the devil is going to come back and he's going to kill you again and again and again and again and again and again until you start, oh, wait a minute, you know, that's it. You start to control your thoughts. And as you're able to control your thought, you're also able to control your reality. And at that moment, when you start to ask questions, that's where those who were gone before you are finally able to reach you. You know, there is no enemies where you're going to go because it's something you don't want. The people that you hate, those who don't vibrate at your speed, those who have a very different UCI that you could never be happy with or connect with in this lifetime are not going to be there. Okay. So you're going to attract those beautiful, loving people that you once knew. And they'll be followed by the pet you loved. Okay? Your imagination is your limit. And then you're going to be able to listen to their guidance. And they're going to bring you to the light. And as closer you get to that golden door and to the light, the more power to you as you begin to realize what's going on here. And then you become God because you are God. You were made in the image of God. You haven't yet learned that. That's why you're here, listening to me, that you're God. And then you may decide to stay there with the one that you miss so much for eternity. There is no time in space. Or you may decide, oh, maybe I should go back to work and increase my own repertoire wisdom and what has got to be done for the future and for the life, for the force. Excuse me. So, yeah, my allergy is bothering my eyes and my throat. That's why I'm going to move to Florida. Hopefully I do one day. It's my mind. So you are going to be able to become part of all, and because all is that and that is all, and you are God, your awareness, your consciousness is going to increase drastically, and you're going to be part of the creation process itself. You're going to create new butterfly, new plants. You're going to create new world, new forms of life. As I said in many of my videos before, we are still discovering wonderful lives under the oceans. And there's so much more to discover because we haven't yet created it. Okay? As much as the new age of Aquarius is helping to accelerate the quickening, okay, everything. All right, extraterrestrials are also going to become our reality one day, not just yet. So you have no idea of the power you own. It's unbelievable. Now, the sad reality is that there are people that consciously or unconsciously commit suicide. And it all depends on their UCI. If their UCI is deep and mystical and deadly and negative, or I refer to a negative Scorpio, for example, then more than anybody else, you don't want to be here. You want to exit this world because your karma is so heavy. All that you have experienced since the get-go is hell, literally hell on earth, because you're not going to go to hell. This is it. This is how God designed the system. So regardless how much those people have struggled all their life to become something, to do something, to enjoy a form of what peace and love is all about, everything goes through their fingers. It's karma. These are the people who probably have killed themselves in previous life, and they are much prone than other people to also commit suicide in this lifetime. Now, when they die, they got the same process taking place than you. They might end up in a beautiful place with all the people that have helped them to survive, all the people that they love, and if they were not allowed to see their children, well, their children will be there, and they will have even children with the people that they love, but couldn't because these people were married or not accessible on this lifetime. And they can stay in that nirvanic stage forever if they want to. But there is no time and space. There will be a time where they will be forced to come back. And nobody is going to tell them when, themselves as God. There is something that needs to be done on that area in order to progress, to help me. So everything will be set again by the force for you to come back if you experience a unplanned death. So remember, there are no accidents. There is only cosmic circumstances at work that humanity and science have not yet be able to digest, to understand, or to use. But a reptilius knows how vulnerable you are. They know if you own a scorpionic negative energy, or if you're a negative sign, and they will tap on your emotions, and they will extend the emission tremendously, so you end up doing something stupid to others or to yourself because you can't take it anymore. The only free, the only way to free yourself would be to end it all up. So you try to ease the pain with drugs, pot, legal, illegal drugs, drinking. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you do it. At the subconscious level, that punition, that karma is too heavy, and you can't take it. And you decide to subconsciously again end it all up this way, and then someone find you dead somewhere. Or you're going to go back in paradise and have fun for a while, but ultimately you will have to come back. That's the sad reality. Again, in the newsletter that I wrote today, there is much more explanation. And as always, it is very important for you to check on previous newsletters and previous YouTube videos, and you're going to learn something. That's why I'm here. And don't be afraid to ask questions. There is an area where you can write, hey, Dr. Turi, what about this? What about that? And then next time I'm doing another YouTube video, I can attend it. I can talk to it. The reason why people die are endless, I wrote. Okay, and we all have to die one day. Now, I'll be on the air tomorrow. I will be offering more information on this topic with Madeline Rudy on the Wizards KCOR Radio, April 11. So you want to tune in and you want to ask your questions. Again, all you got to do when you get to that newsletter, click on the link and you can listen to myself and Madeline discussing a little bit more about life and death, UFOs, and everything else. Usually coast to coast shows are kind of um, a little bit difficult to have because you got to pay. All right. Um, they're archived and you got to subscribe and God knows what. This is a business, right? I don't know about Madeline or other radio shows. You can go to dr.turi.com and click on my radio and click on any of those radio shows if you like what I have to say. Most of all, remember, you got to be part of the solution. You got to be part of the incredible mission that I was literally cursed to accomplish to help you to raise your psychic vibration. The psychical vibration are very, very critical. We are that critical moment in your life. And you're not here by accident. Remember, there is no accident. You landed on this YouTube video or reading my newsletters. There is no accident. It's because you have questions. And the force, or God, the cosmic divinity, through the cosmic code and the draconis led you to me. So please, there are a lot of people out there who need to have answers about death, about paradise, about what's really going on. And Draco's channeling are absolutely incredibly phenomenal. And keep it's mind-boggling to me too when I come up with things like that. I don't make it up. It's just channeled to the best of my abilities, and it's going to get much better as time progresses. So again, remember, right now it's all about shocking news. It's all about the Uranic energy of the incredible, the impossible, the new age of Aquarius, and then that's a perfect time for you to dig into the future, to deal with UFOs, and to upgrade your own psychical station vibration, using divine astrology. So, there's so much more for me to talk about when it comes to UFOs, and I intend to do so, providing my hip and my back don't mess me too much, and I can take some heavy duty pills. I can go to those conferences and walk and lecture, but ultimately, um, talking about Dracos and extraterrestrial, the magical energy will be in October. So join us, because that will be something that may happen only once in your life, because I intend to prove to you the true power of Draco on that ship. And it's not going to be a normal trip. Oh, no. All right, guys, we come at the end of this little show. Um, just work with me. Help me. The world need me. The world need you. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.